I wanted to tell you all that today is our 21st birthday. We're 21 years old, not years, months old today. Fijian Hosts, as most of you present today probably can remember, was launched on the 1st of September 2012. So with the awarding of the May monthly award for Fijian Hosts today, it'll be the 21st of these such awards. So, as Mr. Monk said, there is, I think, been in the past perhaps a failing on the part of tourism to recognize the importance of each and every single member of the 8 agencies that work so hard at our main gateway to our country. In May of 2012, I went on this really long trip, and I actually went, I think, to one of the countries that Mr. Monk mentioned, where upon arrival and going through customs and immigration and everything was pretty scary. Everybody was really formal. They were quite intimidating in the way that they dealt with me. Then I came home after 24 hours of traveling and sleeping at airports, finally to get home, walk around that corner, and there is the band, you know, the band with the guitars and singing. And that just made me like take a deep breath and so glad to be home. And then I went through the airport, and it was early morning. And I know that many of the people that were working started at some ungodly hour earlier. So as I went through, there was a sort of disconnect, because I came home, I heard the music, and I felt, wow, I'm so happy to be home. And then I went through the process, and I realized everyone I'm coming across doesn't understand how they're contributing to my experience about coming home. There is no welcome home. There is no sense of what we are about. We as a people, we are known for our hospitality. We are known for our friendliness, our kindness, and generosity of spirit. So as I went through the airport, I thought, okay, I gotta help some way. So from that airport, I went to Sheraton, and I called Shane Cunning, Mr. Desi's boss, and I said, Shane, I need to talk to you, please. So he came down, we had a cup of coffee, and I told him about what I'd just been thinking about, and I told him about what I thought was really needed for us. And that was a way for us as a Ministry of Tourism and for the entire industry of tourism to show to all of the people who work at these 8 agencies how very important they are to our country and to our visitor experience. So, sat down, and I told him, this is what I'm hoping to do. Can you help me? And can you help me for free? And he said, yes. And so I, with his assistance and Mr. Ravinder Desi, who I'm very pleased is here today, his very hard work, which is much appreciated, we put together a program that was a modification of Starwood's customer service program. And then I went back to the drawing board and drafted how this whole process should work. After we've gotten all this together and created the logo, sent people out to the market to take photographs of the salu salu, that I think Fijian salu salu is unbeatable, and all different things that were needed for the collateral for this program. We then had this big meeting. I don't know how many of you were there. There was about 250 supervisors that were present at this meeting that we held at the ballroom with all of the supervisors from the 8 agencies. No CEOs were talked to, just the supervisors. And over the course of 2 to 3 hours, we went through this whole program. We told them that we needed to show them how important they are. We needed them to understand just how important each and every one of them is to Fiji. Not just to tourism, but to Fiji. And how 1 in every 3 jobs in our country is directly or indirectly connected to tourism. That's 1 in 3 of our relatives, our friends, and our family. It's very important to us. So, spoke to these 250 odd people, and got them to contribute to the discussion, got them to think about the program, how will it work on the ground, and got them to make suggestions. So after that, we did that. I went back to the drawing board, redrafted the program with the help of the Ministry of Tourism team. We created all of the collateral, and then we held a meeting for the heads of all of the agencies. The 8 agencies, we called in the CEOs and the chairs, and then we told them about the program. And we said, we've already met with all of your supervisors. We now want you to know what we have created with their help. And this is why it's important. This is why it's important to tourism and to Fiji. And we are here to ask you for your help and your commitment to release your teams for these trainings, to help us in supporting us implementing the program. And every one of them was completely on board. The 8 agencies, of course, as all of you know, are Biosecurity Authority of Fiji, Ministry of Health, AFL, Airports Fiji Limited, Airports Terminal Services, FIRCA, who's been central to this. The CEO has been vigilant in the way that he has attended each and every meeting of the Fijian hosts creation program, Border Police, Immigration, and Evergreen Security. So all 8 agencies have participated. Those supervisors in that meeting that we held when we planned this, they agreed that they needed a champion. So they all voted for a champion each. So for each of the 8 agencies, we have 1 champion. So we have 8 champions that act as the intermediary between their frontline teams and the Fijian Host Council. And there are members of the industry that are part of the Fijian Host Council. Mr. Witten, who is sitting here, from Rosie Holidays, Mr. Stefan Pitchler from Fiji Airways, Shane Cunning from Starwood, Faiz Khan from Airports Fiji Limited, and of course myself. And so we're due for another meeting soon. So the council is at the bottom helping prop up all of the people up the top, the whole lot of all of the frontline teams of the 8 agencies. And in the middle are those 8 champions. So today is our 21st birthday, 21st month birthday, and I am very, very proud to be here in front of you after 21 months of this program. In 2012, when we started, before we launched, we held training programs, and we held 5 of them in total. In last year, we held 4, and this year we did 1. But on the recommendation of the Fijian Host Champions, we held that 1 training session for trainers. So we have trained trainers this year. And these trainers are taking care of orientation for new hires and also training people on the job, doing refreshers on the Fijian Host Customer Service Program. So in total, including the 9 training sessions that we've held for Fijian Host, the train-the-trainer sessions, and the in-house orientation sessions, we now have 386 people who have gone through this course. And we will, with the help of each of these trainers, boost those numbers significantly this year. So I have a couple of announcements that I'd like to share with you before we go into the actual award ceremony. The first one is, with the help of the Fijian Host Champions, we're going to be holding a Fijian Host Sports Week. And that's scheduled for July 14 to 19, so just around the corner. I hope you're all not as fit as I am. So it's going to be a week of sports activities, and the program will be releasing shortly. The theme will be Fijian Hosts Make a Difference. And so throughout the week, there will be all of these games, and then in the Saturday, there will be a special award and festival time for everyone. So those details will be released shortly. There is another refresher course that's planned for August of this year, where we will refresh all of our learnings and then re-engineer this program again, because it's a living program. It belongs to everybody who is part of it. So we will continually work to make it better. We're right now at the final stages of finalizing new comment cards and the kiosks that we've put into each of in the secured areas upon arrival and departure. Those kiosks will be redesigned with fresh new designs, and the cards as well will reflect those designs, and posters that we have at the airport. We're also talking with Fiji Airways to see how they may be able to help us as well. So we'll be submitting something to Fiji Airways for their assistance. Thank you, Stefan.